Well, hello, everybody. I'm back. Where have I been? Oh, good Lord. Um, so I've been away nearly 3 weeks. I haven't been away anywhere. But for the first sort of 10 days of that 3 weeks, I did go away down a very deep hole of depression. um, just grieving, I think once the shock wears off, initially you're in shock when it happens and you think, oh, well, okay, how do I play at being a widow, and all that. And then as the months go on and the reality hits and you're like, oh, well, this isn't fun at all. Where are you? So I fell down this very deep hole and, yeah, and that was that. So I couldn't sort of do anything. And then literally last Thursday or whenever it was, I woke up in the morning and I was like, oh, hello. And it was like an angel had been in the night and removed said depression. And I really felt like, oh, I just felt so different. Only to wake up a day later, or whatever, does it matter, with some lurgy coughing and spluttering. So I was unable to do it the next weekend because I really wanted to do this video. So I was like, oh my God, I've still got a cough. And I'm hoping that that's going to work with White Cloud coming through and that he can, with him taking over my voice box, that's not going to annoy the cough too much. So we'll just have to see how we go. So here I am. Let's get going. Let's get going. I wanted to tell you about my experience with the EES system, the scalar energy system, that I went down into the Gold Coast and I managed to get a booking. It's now booked up till end of September, I think. So I was lucky to get in then. And this guy has had, there's an 8-screen room, and this guy has had them there for 15 years. People tootle in and out. But since the interview with Dr. Sandra Rose went out, that I put on my newsletter, it's probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago now, within a fortnight he'd had 500 phone calls. The whole thing had gone mad. And yet it'd been sitting there for 15 years. I do believe it's the only one in Australia that's actually working. I think there was another in Sydney, but I don't know if it's up and running. So anyway, off I tootle with my beautiful stepdaughter Kelly for this 2-hour session. And we just went in this room and there's 2 screens in each corner. So there's 8 screens and these lovely sort of lounger beds and nice lighting, and it was nice and cozy. And Kelly had said to me earlier, what if I get a bit bored? And I went, well, just go out. But, you won't, I'm sure. Bored? No. Good Lord. The minute we lay down in these recliner chairs, it was like, gone. Not out to sleep, but like you just go into this most meditative, relaxed state of being, like within minutes. It was just incredible. And we both felt as if we were lying on a heated bed, but we weren't. That was just your body's energy. And you just lie there. The 2 hours went so quickly and different things flitted through my head and things. But in general, you're like in this beautiful space. And I remember thinking at one point, oh my God, lying like this in this beautiful state can heal so many people. I found it, I can only go with my experience, and I found it incredible. So, if you're able to book yourself in for a session somewhere, and that, as it's all been said, they're having the most amazing results. It makes you want to go and rob a bank and buy one. Hardly think that's the point. But apparently they are inundated with people buying this system, which is absolutely fantastic, because it means that, you know, this healing technology, science with spirituality, is now, it's time, and it's coming in, you know, to help people heal. None of these pills, knocking these pills back down your neck and everything. It's just, I found it astounding. I have heard, but it might only be rumour, that there is somebody moving up this way from Melbourne that is purchasing one. Now, wouldn't that be handy for me? I'll be booking in every day. And that's the thing. They have, you could have two people in there. You can, it says now, there was a sofa there. You can have 3 to 4 people. The whole point is not expensive, you know, for people. You can't charge over 60 American dollars per session. Well, you know, how amazing is that? So my thing to you would be, yes, I give it an absolute thumbs up. I did see on a following interview that, you know, because of the healing it does, it brings out, you know, some child had been having terrible grand mals for a long time, and it really helped her. And then suddenly she had this massive one, the longest one she'd ever had. And you're like, oh dear. But apparently, you know, it's because it's bringing it out of your system. So I think maybe that's what happened with me, having gone on this, you know, had this session, and then came home, and then I went into this huge slump. Oh, this is working, I thought. Working really well. But I realized then, when I heard that she'd said that, you know, it was obviously bringing all this grief out of me. So I think that's what happened. So yes, a big heads up for that. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the mantra. Xavier, who I sort of had in my mind, was called Xavier. I don't know why. He doesn't mind me calling him that, but I'm sure I'm correct. It's Xavier. Both lovely names. He is a chap that's done all the indexing and the topics of interest for all the years of my channeling, which is on my site. But he's also done some documents which you can write to him to get regarding, you know, specific things about maybe, you know, raising your vibration. He's done one on, and he's just completed one on the mantra. Well, there's about 25 pages of all these bits that the Federation have talked about since the mantra came up over the years, and what it means, how to think about it, what it can, you know, what it does for you. And he wrote to me saying, I'm a bit overwhelmed, Blossom, because I can't possibly think of all this when I'm just saying the mantra. You're supposed to smile, you're supposed to this, you're supposed to that. Help. Still got the cough. I would highly recommend writing to Xavier. It's free, bless him, and to get this this document and read through it. But the point is that I feel it's the intention. It's the intention that matters within anything. I mean, people say, can I sing it? Yes. Can you sing? I don't know. Sing it. Can you say it in your mind? Yes. It's the intention. With the greatest of respect, with many things, to be honest, you don't need me or the Federation to tell you what to do about this. Use your own intuition. You know, is it going to make sense? If is it going to be as effective if I only whisper it? Or it's going to be effective when you have the intention behind it of love. I can feel a cough coming on. This is probably because I've been chatting too much. I did wonder whether this was going to work or not, which would be a bit of a pain if it doesn't, to be honest, because I've been wanting to do this video for so long. And people are writing in going, where are you, Blossom? Are you all right? Anyway, so I'm going to persevere and see how we go. So yes, it is the intention of love, this knowing of who you are, the I am, and knowing that within that expression of, you are being it, and therefore sending it, the I am of you, out to the world. That intention isn't just to rescue you when you are in a state of whatever, or when you're looking at a glorious sunrise or something, and I am the light, I am feeling that. As you say it, because we are one, your intention of feeling it and knowing its truth goes out to the whole, to each and every living thing. And when you think that thousands and thousands of people are saying this mantra a lot, many times a day, how that in itself is lifting the vibration of the planet. Therefore, you doing what you came here to do. So that's really all I've got to say on that. Is that me done then? Oh dear, I thought I was thinking, oh, I've got loads to say. I've been thinking, oh, I could mention that and I could mention that, and now I'm here. Can't think of anything more to say. Other than, here we go. I've got no stories, nothing. Perhaps I'll just, oh, that's very interesting. Perhaps I'll just bring the Indian in, shall I, and make this a very, very short video in case I get hijacked by my coughing. And we'll see. Oh, look, it's all gone horribly wrong now. Oh, dear. Should I put it on pause and do something, Blossom? Otherwise, this is going to be terrible. Okay, I'm going to try. I'm going to try and attempt to bring through white cloud. I don't feel I've done justice to the mantra thing or the or the EES system. I don't feel I've done either of them justice. But there we go. I tried. Please say I'm going to. Please say I'm. Oh no. This is where I get to the point when I go, oh no, shall I just abort the mission? But look, it's. I could edit this bit out, then that makes it also complicated. How are you? Are you doing well? Jolly good. What's going on in your world? Are you keeping up your vibration? Are you keeping it high? Letting go of fear, not listening to any of the bollocks that is going on out there. Good. I'm going to bring white cloud in. I hope. Goodbye. A very warm welcome to you. Let us boo her off of the stage. It wasn't one of her best performances. I am joking, of course. The fact that she is there able to speak in front of you with all that has been going on, I find quite amazing. But onwards one must march, is that not correct, Blossom? She is saying yes it is, but not in her own voice, because to do the shift can be quite complicated sometimes. Oh dear, she's saying this is all going horribly wrong. But I'll see what I can do. My dearest souls, is that not the case? Onwards, ever, ever onwards in your light, traveling forward, marching in strength together as one, in as through off the golden white light of love that is you. Yes, you are of the flesh. Yes, you have to contend with human form. Yes, you have to contend with all things that are coming to you, that have been coming to you, that have now gone, but there's more to come. That is life. Up and down, duality. Yet it is what you choose to do with those things that come your way that are not of the greatest pleasure. You choose. You choose your attitude. You choose what section of knowledge can be used in any particular circumstance to assist you. Blossom is feeling that she cannot concentrate. It is to do with me being within her mind, within her being, when her being is not on full alert, in the sense of, because of her being under par physically, that does not allow for me to come through in the way, although I would choose, although to you it may feel very normal, but in Blossom's mind it is all very fuzzy and difficult for her to concentrate. So much to both of our dismay, we are going to have to abort this, and the reason I am saying this to finish it up is because it might be that Blossom puts this up just for something to put up for a little while, because people are missing these things that Blossom does, these videos, these conversations with the Federation. Yes, it is not working. Isn't that interesting? Both of us thought that it would, but it is not going to be feasible. So instead, I will say goodbye. But I send you so much love and strength. And maybe we will come back even in a few days, when this has completely left. With all my love, many thanks, my friends. Well, fucking great, isn't it? clearly not meant to be. Whether I put this up, I don't know, because it's really what the value. Well, I might put it up because people wanted to know about the my experience with the EES system, but it really is under par. And you know, I'm one of those people, bit of a perfectionist, and this isn't perfect by any means. But anyway, I send my love to you, and oh, I don't know. God. Oh. Goodbye. So much love. I'm good. I really am good. And thank you for all your letters of concern. I guess really that would put my mind at rest if I put this up. I could tell you a joke. I probably couldn't. I'm going before this gets any worse. Many, many thanks. All my love. Bye bye. It's later on in the day of the same disaster video day. Changed my jumper because I was cold. But I just thought, oh, that's such a sort of video. I just wanted to add a few more positive things to leave you with. I feel that we are on the brink. Felt that 10 years ago. Oh, that's positive. But it's like metaphorically, I have this thing sort of happening with me where I'm like, I've been walking my dog, you know, and quite slowly walking, you know, and I watch these snails walk past and I think, oh, I better pick my pace up a bit, you know, and my dog's pulling on the lead and I'm like, could you slow down, Chief? And then I think if he slowed down, you know, he'd be going backward. You know, so I was like, come on, get your pace up a bit, Bloss, you know, keep going a bit, keep going a bit. And so I sort of walk faster and it's like I feel, but I do mean this metaphorically, like as if I'm walking faster, and suddenly going to launch into Forrest Gump and start running and never stop. Clearly, I'm not going to do that. My knees couldn't take it. I would fall to the ground, dear God, and never get up again. But it's that feeling. I feel as if it's like that's what I want to do, as if I want to start running. I feel as if we're coming into this time of getting ready. So many people I speak to at the moment are feeling that they're doing nothing, that they're not serving the whole. And it's, you know, because there's nobody to talk to do so, or there's nobody there to serve. I think this is the lull. And I think when the federations say about, you know, there'll be times when you wish that you were back in this slump, because when whatever it is going to happen happens, we will be so busy that we won't get time for a cup of tea. You know, people write in and saying, but I don't know what it is I'm supposed to be doing when that time comes. Well, nor do I, nor does anybody, because we don't know what that time is going to involve. And until we do, we can't prepare. Yet we are preparing because we're in this little quiet space. You know, and so it's like when they're saying, you know, keep your vibration high by doing what you enjoy. And if you don't speak to anybody for 3 days, well, so be it. But do what you enjoy. You know, make yourself do the things that are important to you. I was talking to a friend earlier, and we were saying, you know, I do my yin yoga and my meditation. I try to do that every day. And I think, oh dear, I better go and do my yoga and tick it off. Well, why do I feel like that? Because the minute I get into position one, it's like, oh, thank you. What is that self-sabotage that says, get your yoga done? Because it's like, it's so good for you, but there's something like, oh God, have I really got to do my yoga? You know, we need to keep our game high. We need to make that difference within ourselves. And even though I think, well, is it doing me any good? Well, of course it's doing me good. But it just seemed like, oh, well, I've done that for today then. You know, and oh my God, is it 4 o'clock already? What have I done today? we are just in this amber light, the traffic lights, get ready, go. And yes, we can say, oh, well, we thought that in 2012 and here we are, 10 years later. But we are 10 years further down the line. So any day now, something massive could change. This thing of, I was just, as I say, talking with my friend, and it was like she was pretty down in the dumps too, of like, what is this? What is all this hanging around? What is this? What am I doing here? I don't feel I'm doing what I came here to do. And everything, she doesn't go down rabbit holes or anything, but you can't help but sort of hear things about what's going on in Australia with the floods and all kinds of things that are not there for our highest good. And you think, well, how can I fight against so much, in the skies? Everything is there to pull us down. And that is why we are the strongest of the strong. When you have bad days and you're the strongest of the strong, no wonder the weaker ones were like, no, sorry, down the track maybe, but not during this time, because this time you have to be really, really strong and of your light, And so if we're struggling and we are the strongest of the strong, imagine what it would be like if we're not. We are plowing through this time the best we can, not feeling we're doing very well. But when you think what we're actually up against, just the energies in themselves stopping us from being who we truly are, then, we're doing pretty well, guys. We really are. We talked about, with my friend, we talked about, what if this is all a load of bollocks? Well, what if it's the dark side? I've heard things of like the dark side are also the ones that let people like me pretend that I'm channeling the light and all this kind of thing. Well, for all I know, that could be true. To give us little hope to hang on to in the darkness could be true. We don't know. We have to go by what we feel inside. And what we're saying was, when you feel love, when you know love inside of you and you experience that feeling of love for whatever, you can't deny that as truth. Nobody, nothing can take that truth away from you, of that feeling of love itself. And that is who we are. We are love itself, being itself, even amongst these pressured dark clouds. We are being love itself in this moment. In the most difficult of times as we're transitioning. So when we can feel that love and know love with others that we speak with and have that connection that throughout the world, you, me, so many millions of us are here. Oops, just knocked my computer because the dog came along. So many of us are here doing the best we can at this time. And we're getting it right because we have so much to fight through. And some people don't like that word fight through, but really it is a bit of a war going on between the light and dark, is it not? And the light has won. And we have to know that deep within, because there's nothing to show us other than the channelings that we're told that this is so. And so you have to know it within in order to keep on spreading your light, letting go of the fear. Some of the emails I get are full of fear because somebody has heard something about this or something about that that a channeler has brought through that may happen. Excuse me. What are you going to do? Focus on that then? Let's focus on that and get really, really down and scared about, oh God, what is there to look forward to? Well, what there is to look forward to is what you put on in there. What little show you choose to watch inside your head of how you want your days to be. Because there isn't anything else we can do at the minute. How do you want your day to be? What do you want to manifest in your day that is of joy? And make it happen. Bring it about. That's what this lull is for us. And dear God, it's been going on long enough. Just keep doing what we do best when we are at our best. No, we are here to change this planet into a higher vibration. The strongest of the strong. Even though we feel like the weakest of the weak at times, we are just in a bit of a slump when we feel that way, and we allow others who are feeling strong at the time to do that for us, to hold the flag high. And then when they get down and we've popped up a bit, then we take over. We're all in this together. We're all holding hands around this globe together. And my friend who just came, she made me, I mean this in the most humble way. I don't mean this to sound arrogant in any way, but she doesn't have many people. She has one neighbour to talk to about all this kind of thing. And I realised how blessed I am that so many people write into me, and I'm in contact with these people all over about how things are for them and how it's going on. And my friend was saying that she'd miss my channelings because they weren't there for her to, to go, oh, Blossom says this or whatever, over the last few weeks. And it made me realise how, because I thought, well, the world's not going to bloody end if I don't put a channeling up, dear God. Yet it did make me realise how important it is to keep on tuning in to that which is going to serve you. For those who can't be with people face to face, then find your online tribe. Keep up that knowing that you are not alone. You are not alone. Everything that you might be feeling, I probably am feeling. That's what my friend said. Well, usually what you're feeling, Bloss, that's what I'm feeling. And I think, oh, good. Bloss is feeling that. I'm not alone. And I get many people writing in to say the same thing. So glad you were feeling that, Blossom, because that's exactly how I feel. We are not alone. We have each other. And we are strong. And we've got this. And we are here to see this transformation through. And we will. And we are. So that's a bit better. A bit of a better note to finish on, I feel. That's all I'm going to say. I can't bring White Cloud through that. Clearly showed that that wasn't going to work last time. Yeah, I just needed to finish on something a bit more positive, a bit brighter in the different jumper. Oh, the joys, you see, the joys. All right, people, take great care, and hopefully I'll be back on board full time. From now on, unless something else happens, and then we'll deal with that when we have to deal with that. All right. Thank you so much for all your concern once again. Thank you so much for being part of this tribe and encouraging me so much to keep on keeping on, and that what I do does make a difference, because that makes a difference to me, that you all think that I make a difference. Okay, I'm going. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Take care. Bye-bye.